what is the main problem of today's science is, especially physics, that the theory is not following anymore the experiment. And that often happen in science, that an experiment is done, that theory cannot describe it. This we know in history of science. It's a beautiful example of how science has developed. So when the new experiment was observed that the old theory could not explain, then the theory has fallen. And physicists say, okay, we need to build a new theory that will include this experiment. Since Einstein has built his relativity, this relativity has become a religious dogma, and whatever experiment is done that does not fit in this theory, the physics does not accept the experiment. This is the religious aspect of today's physics. Today's physics is mainly religion. It's not science anymore. Now let's take this beautiful example of Yildiz Motor. You check videos. I did few videos about this motor already. So what he achieved, what he built, that it works. He built a motor that basically has two components: stator, on which are placed permanent magnets, and rotor, on which are placed permanent magnets. And when these two components are put together, there is a constant repulsion force between the magnets of the rotor and stator. So the motor needs a brake, and when this brake is taken out, the motor starts running. And if the parts of the motor are properly maintained, this motor can run a century. Yildiz Motor is the solution for this green plan that on our planet we start using only clean energy by 2030. And now where is the problem? The problem is that this motor doesn't fit today's theoretical physics. Why not? Because Einstein has created this stupid idea that space is empty, that space is curved. They throw ether out of the physics, and now they don't have theoretical background to understand Yildiz Motor. That's the trouble now. So they say, okay, this works, but we don't know how, so we will not deal with this. This is where physics has become religion. And we have to stop this nonsense. Why this motor is working? Again, I will explain. Permanent magnet has a particular atomic structure. And this atomic structure is taking in, on one side, superfluid space, and on the other side is throwing out superfluid space. This energy of superfluid space, okay. Universal space is not empty. Universal space is a type of energy that has 4 dimensions. And atomic structure of the permanent magnet is activating flux of this energy of space. along the coordinates x2, x3, x4. And now the energy of superfluid quantum space, which is the new name for the old ether term, has no entropy. This energy has no entropy. We don't know exactly what is this energy, but we know it exists. This energy is four-dimensional, and material objects are three-dimensional. So the flux, the magnetic flux that it's going in and coming out of the permanent magnet is stable. These new strong magnets, neodynamic magnets, they have the same power, the same strength, I don't know, for 200 years. So, if this magnetic flux is doing some work or not, doesn't matter for the strength of the magnet. The power of the magnet will not diminish if this magnetic flux is doing something or is doing nothing. This has to be understood. Yeah? So what we have in Yildiz Motor, we have two systems. We have a rotor and stator. And between the rotor and stator, there is a constant repulsing force. That has origin on the repulsive force of magnetic fields, of magnetic flux. And this is it. That's why this motor is working. And now, if the academia is refusing this motor because they don't understand how it works, and this is the main problem, that finally on this planet we get a clean energy. Because the Yildiz motor does not do any pollution. And what is the new reality now on the planet is that we don't need anymore these big transmission wires of electricity. Because Yildiz motor can be done in a much bigger dimension. It can be connected with the dynamo, and we will get electricity locally. Definitely Yildiz should receive Nobel Prize for Physics. Yeah, Yildiz, not Penrose. For his gravitational singularities that are absolute bullshit. That does not exist. And this gravitational singularities nonsense is the result of the Einstein theory that space is curved. All this is utter crap. That has brought physics where we are today. That physics is not able to absorb the most genius invention of this millennium. And this is Yildiz motor. So I wrote a preprint. I hope it will be published in a few days. Theoretical background of Yildiz motor. And I'm warmly inviting here on the YouTube that you share these videos, that we find power enough that we write a letter or whatever invitation to the Ministry of the Energy for energy in your country, and also in Brussels at the European Commission, that they invest money in this research. Yildiz should be given unlimited amount of money to develop his motor, because this motor can have much bigger size, can has a much bigger power, and can replace all types of electricity production. All different types can be replaced with the Yildiz motor. So this is it. I wish everybody good day, and share this video of Yildiz motor. Share these videos about Yildiz motor, because this guy is absolute genius. Okay, my whole respect to him. I publish 80 articles in the foundations of physics, relativity, cosmology. I was working on the permanent magnet motor for 30 years, and I couldn't get it together. And Yildiz, who I think didn't write one theoretical article in the subject of physics, has put this motor together, because he is a genius. Yildiz is a top genius of human society today. He is a new Nikola Tesla, and he should receive full support, especially in this moment, financial support, because his motor is a solution for the green energy on this planet.